Hey, Pat the Pauper here. Got another video for you. Today's going to be a little different than usual. Not going to be all the massive pack opening that we're doing. By the way, I hope you're enjoying that Zendikar Rising. So today is going to be a little summary of what I got when I went down last week for my Friday Night Magic. Now, it's the first time I've done one of these in years and years, ever since I was in middle high school, almost 20 years ago at this point. Had a great time. It was a $20 buy-in for 3 Ikoria packs, so it was a little expensive, even more than what they usually charge per pack at the local gaming store. But everybody was actually given one of these here. This is a Goblin Guide. This is one of the promo only cards, as you can see right down here at the bottom. Promo. It's a foil, so it actually looks pretty good. Goes for a decent little price, $7.50, almost $10, depending on the day and the flow of things. So that was a nice little giveaway. Now, in the first couple of packs that we opened up, the Triomes came around. Now, I thought it was real interesting that everybody was not picking these up. I didn't pull either of these out of the 3 packs that I opened. These all came around the table from other people that didn't want them. It was actually pretty interesting. I was sitting next to this kid, Charlie. When I say kid, I mean, 16, 17, something like that, in high school. And I said to him, hey, good luck. I hope you get a Triome. He's like, oh, thanks, man. It'd be helpful. And he actually pulled one of these, passed it in the pack over, and was like, I didn't need it, but hey, here you go. So, all right, there's another $20 almost in Triomes. So at that point, I was already up, even if you add in fees, hard loaders and shipping and eBay's percentage, just these 3 cards alone, I was already up on the night. I actually got myself a foil Bonders Enclave. Not too expensive, couple of bucks. Make sure you stay tuned to the end of the card so you can see the values. And a Riel the Everwise, non-foil, but still nice little price. Same thing with the Eerie Ultimatum and Bastion of Remembrance. Not too expensive. Actually, Bastion goes for a couple of bucks still. It's one of the reasons why I pulled it out. It's actually a funny little story there. So, like I said, it was a draft of Ikoria, something I'd played a lot of, so I was pretty familiar with all the cards. There weren't any rares, really, that jumped out as being useful for a deck, so I was really just going for a black and red, kind of a burn deck, red weenie wins kind of thing. Just go for it as fast as I could. Splashed a little bit of black, but I didn't put enough black mana in it, so should have either gone more or just, backed right off and not used it. But the only real decent card out of the whole deck that I had was Bastion of Remembrance. Super underrated card, and for an uncommon, it's super good too. So this was the only card out of the deck I wanted to keep when I was done. So what I ended up doing, towards the end of it, the last person I was battling against, right? The last kid there, his name was Eli, something like that. He was looking through my deck and, saw that there was potential, remarked, oh, there's a lot of good cards in here. I could see a little bit of tweaking and it would make a big change, a little bit here, a little bit there, and you could get something real good out of it. And, young, didn't seem as prepared as everybody else, didn't bring in, deck boxes, didn't have everything all fancy, and seemed really juiced up over it. So I said, hey, if you want, let me take one card out. Took this one out. Said, you can have the other 59. Keep all the lands and stuff too. He goes, oh, no way. I can't believe that. And I was like, oh, yeah, man, take it. And everybody else that was still there, this was after 6 games, so a lot of people had left already. I lost all my games. It just took a long time. So, a couple of people had left. Altogether, I think about 14 people showed up. 13 people were playing. It was a pod of 6 and a pod of 7. And by the time this was occurring, about half the people had left already at that point. And so let me just pull this one card out. You can have the rest. Kid was just floored, happy as could be. And everybody else, was, gave me that, hey, solid, good work. So at that point, that was the last of the 3 games. That's why I gave away my deck. Well, last of the 3 matches. It was best out of 3. And then you go to the next person, best out of 3, go to the next person, best out of 3. I kept losing and losing. Not very good at Magic, which is why I'm going to be doing some learning about Magic. So hopefully I'm going to be making some tutorial videos and kind of be teaching you guys along with myself as we go. But as I was packing up my couple of items there, I was getting ready to leave, and I go over to the lady there running the counter for the night. Said, "Hey Becky, all finished up." And again, this was down at the Book Garden, Montpelier, Vermont. Nice little store. Quiet guy who owns it, but nice fella. As I get up to the counter at the end of the night to put in my score, she says, "Hey, since it was your first time here, we gave you a roll on the prize table, and you get a set booster as well." So I was able to pick out Kaldheim, Strixhaven, or Adventures in Forgotten Realms. So I picked out a set booster for Adventures in Forgotten Realms. So altogether, pretty good monetary haul. Had a great time. It was about 3 hours, give or take, and just had a blast. I'm really looking forward to the next one I'm going to be going down doing, which is actually going to be Zendikar Rising. Funny enough, I'm going to be super fucking familiar with that set by the time I get down there too. So I'm going to get prepared. I'm going to get a binder up, put in my pages of cards I'm willing to trade, and look through other guys. Show up a bit earlier than I did last time. There's already a bunch of stuff going on down there, so I think that would be fun, getting to that actual trading card portion of the game. Something I never really did when I was back in high school, when I was doing that stuff before. But hey, that's enough teasing. You guys seen me fiddle with this pack for long enough. Let's go ahead, pop this open, and see what we can get. So we start off with one of these art cards. This is something that all of the set boosters come out with. I think these are pretty cool looking. They're really high def. They're really well printed, but they're just an odd collector piece. Nothing of real monetary value. There's no game value whatsoever. Tells you what it is on the back. This is Half-Elf Monk. And we get a foil mountain. Actually, it looks really nice. We flat. Yeah, pretty flat. That's cool. A Dire Wolf Prowler for alternate showcase. I think that's what they're calling these ones. Bulette. Compelled Duel. Underdark Basilisk. Druid class for an uncommon here. Gretchen Titchwillow. Sudden Heist. And Blue Dragon. We also get ourselves a portable hole. Oh, I slid just to the side and I can see it's a planeswalker. Hold on. So our portable hole is actually one of the most value uncommons out of the set, and let's read why. For 1 white, this artifact comes into play. When portable hole enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent and an opponent controls with mana value 2 or less until portable hole leaves the battlefield. For 2 mana or less. That's not too shabby. 1 to get an artifact in. Artifacts and enchantments are notoriously difficult to deal with. So this isn't too shabby of a card. I see why it got a little bit of value. Hot damn, we got ourselves a nice mythic planeswalker. Zariel, Archduke of Avernus. Now for 2 colorless and 2 red, you get this 4 loyalty in. Their +1 ability, creatures you control get 1/0 and haste until end of turn. 0, create a 1/1 devil creature token with when this creature dies, deals 1 damage to any target. -6 for their ultimate. 2 turns off, that's not too bad. You get an emblem with, at the end of first combat phase on your turn, untap target creature you control. After this phase, there's an additional combat. Oh goodness, that's a little bit naughty. Well, we also get, oh shit, a foil long rest as well. Guess this was a really good pack. And light up the stage for a list card, I believe. Well, hey, looks like today's video was just packed with value. If If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, pat the